What's going on, YouTube? How we doing today? This is your boy, of course, HunterFX, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to another video on this channel. Now, your boy is back, man. The reason why I haven't posted these, bruh, is due to the fact is I was like in transition of leaving my old job, going into a new job and everything else. And with this new job, is like, you know, it's better for me. You know, it's better for me. It's gonna be better for you guys. And then honestly, this trading stuff is going to get crazy and wicked, bro. And you know, like, I'm not trying to make this like ICT, like if you watch his courses, you know, like talk, but a lot of times, bro, it's not all about trading, bro. It's really not. It's like, yeah, like I want trading to be the end all be all, but at the end of the day, excuse me, at the end of the day, I just know like I'm going to get there, and I just can't rush the process. Like I know a lot of us want to rush the process when it comes to trading, but you know, that's just something that you got to just work on, bro. Like it's not like a microwave. Like, you know, you're not going to like study trading for like a week and then think you're going to make like 30K a day. It could happen. That's a dime in a dozen. It's like finding like a diamond or a needle in a haystack. Like it's if you find it, you got a good eye, you know exactly what you're doing. But you know, like if you have to elevate and go get a new job or go get another position and do anything else just to benefit your life, bro, go ahead and do it, man. Because at the end of the day, it's just like we're not going to be there that long in that position. We may need it just to help out, you know, add a little bit extra into our funding account. I mean, into our funds for our personal, maybe in a funded account. You know, it's just like, you know, buying better softwares, updating your system. You know, it's just, you know, you're not going to be in that position for long. So just do the necessary stuff that you need to do. That's all I gotta say, man. Just do the necessary stuff that you need to do. Now, y'all go check out my boy Young Nudy, man. I've been listening to this song like all day, man, literally all day. But as y'all can see, bro, we are cooking up, bro. When I tell you, dog, supply and demand, bro. Like when I tell y'all, like this was a trade that I literally marked up, but I didn't take the trade. Like I literally marked this up and I was like, man, whatever. Like I ain't really worried about it. But 10 o'clock came, and because I already knew we was coming here, bro. So let me go ahead and rewind it back to here. Beep, beep, beep. Yeah, y'all see that? Yeah, yes sir, ski, double O ski, yes sir, bro B. So as y'all can see, this is what I saw on the last like day and everything else. Like this is just what I saw. This is me just marking up like miners, breaking structures, everything else. This is just what I was doing. Like I was just like looking at it and I saw it. And honestly, these are indicators that I'm using. I'm gonna just cut these off. Market structure by TFAB and this. So you can go ahead and use it. I don't necessarily use this anymore. I thought I was, but I don't necessarily use it no more. Like I got like a way to use it, but to me it's just like, it is what it is. I really just bought TradingView so I could just back test. So yeah. So what I saw this. I was like, okay, well, make sure that we can slow this down. So I saw this and I was just like, dang, it would be crazy if the trade really came back up. So I was like, let me see, like, let me get a retest up here so I can see if we're going to push down. Now, mind you, I'm looking at this on a higher time frame. I'm looking at these all on higher time frames. You can see the higher time frame where we're up here. So I'm going against the trend. I'm counter trending right now. But if you used to go to like a lower time frame, 5, 15, you see the 5 is up here. So I'm like, okay, if price had this big, huge drop, and there's a couple of things that I saw. One, I saw a fair value gap here. 2, I saw another fair value gap here. And this gap, this candle came and closed this. So I see 2 fair value gaps. This is just what I saw what was this, Friday? So this is what I saw on Sunday evening. I saw this on Sunday evening. Price open up here. Okay. So now I'm like, okay, let me see if price is going to continue to fall. So that's when I just waited. I don't normally trade on Sundays. I want to see what the market is doing. And as we can see, the market came up here, and we came up here. First, I thought this was a rejection from this zone. So I was like, okay, bet we're going to be heading down. But then I looked, what time is that? That's Monday at 6 p.m. I saw that price was going down. So pretty much if I see a gap, I know that it's going to cover that gap regardless. So this is just what I want y'all to remember. If you see a gap, just know it's going to get refilled. It's going to get fulfilled either that day, the next day, or that week. It's going to get filled regardless. So I was like, okay, let me see exactly what's this going to do. So I just waited, just waited. Then this is where I really started. Okay, let's go back one. So this is where I started to see at 8 a.m. on Tuesday. I got to work at 8 a.m. and this is just where I'm able to get into a price, and I'm able to see exactly what price is doing and how we are able to move and win. Because at the end of the day, I know that, okay, let me go to the 5 minute, because this is why it helps to write these zones down. So as you can see right here, let's see if we can take this back just a little bit. Replay. Let's take it back right. Let's take it back right here. Okay. So moving on. This is what I saw when I got to work. I got to work around here. So it's got to work around here. This is when I set up my laptop. And this is when I was like, okay, you know what? Let me see exactly what price is doing. So actually I saw that we was above the 200 EMA. We was respecting this zone. We came up, we came back down, but we retested this zone, shot back up. Then this was an entry. Now, what really would have screwed me up if I'd have waited for this to touch here. This would have screwed me up. If I'd have waited for this, then that would have screwed me up. Because I'd be like, oh, okay, it's breaking. Maybe I should get in right here. No. Once I saw that this demand zone came back up and it shot up, but it retested that zone, I was like, okay, bet I'm going to get in. So what I did was, I was looking at other charts and everything else. Then I waited for about to like 8:30. I was like, okay, we in this price. And I was like, okay, you know what? Let's go ahead and get in. So we're going to get in on the next candle break once we are fully in the zone. Candlestick broke. I was like, I wanted to break this level up here, as you can see right here. And this is where we hit magic. Because as you can see, you would have got faked out. Boom. I had a pending order right here and another pending order right there. Boom. As you can see, skyrocket. Look, y'all, skyrocket, bro. Skyrocket. Now, mind you, you're going to probably be like, bro, why did you wait for this trade and everything else? Because I use the 200 EMA differently, and I'm going to get better explaining this as the weeks go on. But just know, it's just like, I was just in the moment, bro. Like, I'm looking at it, I'm seeing that we was respecting this zone. I see that we pulled back. And then a lot of people may be saying, well, it pulled back too much. The zone broke. The zone did not break. This bearish candlestick, none of these candlesticks closed below the zone. Yes, it pulled back, but even that's why I don't have, like, for this one, I try not to have my stop loss right here. I try to at least give it, like, especially trading NAS, I try to at least give it, like, if we're here, 1, 2, and 3. If it pulls back, 3 right here. The reason why is because this broke this structure. So I'm looking for a price broke structure, and that's where I got my stop loss hanging out at. I don't do no pips. I don't do anything. I'm just trying to protect my trade because NAS, as you can see, let's go back right here. As you can see, and let's do a bar select. Let's do this. Let's do 1 candle per second. Let's go right here. Okay, as you can see, boom. Candlestick came, retested this 200 EMA. So I was like, all right, candlestick close. Next candle, same thing. Next candle, boom. Let's just say if you'd have put your stop loss below this, you would have been like, all right, bet I'm going ahead and get in on an aggressive entry. You got it on aggressive entry right here. You'd have been taken out. You'd have been part of liquidity, because a lot of people will put their stop loss right below here to try to save. But if you would have put your stop loss here or here, by the time it breaks this zone and pulls back, yes, you're gonna lose, but you will not lose big. That's what I'm saying. Like, because if you would have put it right here below the 200 EMA, or like, let's say a couple of pips, you would have got taken out by this big candle that came in at 9:30, the bell candle. Like, you would have been taken out, bro. So that's, you got to just find out what zones work for you. For me, this is just like a perfect zone. It made sense. I was like, if it pulls back even farther, it dips down, then that's how I know we are reversing. But I was just like, you know what? I do know that price wants to come to this liquidity zone right here, because we was selling off a lot on Friday. Like, Friday was just nothing but a sell-off point. So I was like, you know what? I know where price is going to go, because I'm looking at the higher time frame, because we got fair value gaps, and we have a big, huge red candle that broke structure right here. All this was getting broke. So I was like, I know price is going to want to come and retest this zone. And that's exactly what I was looking for. And as you can see, price did exactly just that. Price came, let's go to the 5 minute. 5 minute was so sexy. 5 minute was so sexy, bro. Let's go back. Let's go back here. The entry candle that I was telling you about. Go back here. All right, cool. Now we're here. Now let's look at it. Boom. Price came, shot up 835. I mean 935, 940. You'd have probably got scared. You'd been like, oh shoot, it's gonna reverse. But bro, price just ran. Price just ran, bro. Let's go. Let's go ahead and let this play. Look how price is running. Price is just running, dog. Now I already hit my 1-to-1. This was my 1-to-run. This is my runner. Price came back down. Let's speed this up a little bit. Go to 5. As we can see, price is doing what it needs to do. Waiting for it to break this structure. You see the 200 EMA is following it. Price hasn't broke this structure yet. Let's pause here. This right here, once price broke this is where I would have been taking money off the table. I'm still waiting. This is my runner, by the way. We already made our money from that 1-to-1. This is just a runner. Okay. Price is still going. Now you'd have been scared, bro. You'd have been like, oh no, bro, price is reversing. Yeah, price is reversing. I mean, look, like we already in Wednesday, bro. And look, it came back and retouched the exact same zone, bro. It loves this area, bro. It came back in and retouched that zone. And next thing you know, it got some gas. Boom. Took off. Let's go ahead. Just look at it, bro. Look at it. Boom. Let's go back. You see that? Look at what price is doing, bro. Look at what price is doing. Price broke this structure. Mind you, this was on Tuesday. We did not break price until Wednesday the next morning, bro. Wednesday we came, we broke, we retested that zone. You could have got in here. On an aggressive buy, or you could have waited for price to come back down, filling these gaps. You got a gap, and then we're practicing fair value gaps. You got a gap right here. You got a gap right here. You got a mini gap right here. No gaps. That gap was already fulfilled. So you could have got in. You could have got in here off of this break of the structure. So I mean, it's all up to you. You know, like how you want to trade. Like during that, as you can see, this fair value gap got touched. You could have took that off. This zone was getting respected. Look, I mean, brother, just look at this, man. This is an A1 trade, bro. A1, and I mean, I'm watching this, like and now I'm sitting back watching this in real time because like I don't have time to just sit back and watch the candlestick. Let's speed this up a little bit. Let's see exactly what we're talking about here. So yeah, I mean, look at that. Price wants to go here, man. The buyers in the market wants to go. Okay, you would have got scared. You're like, oh no, bro, we're reversing. Look at that. Price faked you out, grab liquidity for people that just, yeah, bro. Nah, bro. I already know a long term exactly where this want to go, so I'm not worried about it, bro. Price drop. I was there for that drop, but look, boom, boom. Price touched this zone, man, and watch how it hugs this zone. Now let's go to the 1 minute. I mean, let's go to the hour. Look at all that, man. Price came back up and went right back to that zone, like I was telling you guys. It filled in this fair value gap. It filled in this fair value gap. So now it's up for us to figure out, okay, where are we going to take this back down to? And I'm seeing it right here. This is going to be the area where this 5 minute demand was. That's where we're going to take price to. Now we got us a good little thing. This is where I want price to come back down to. So now I'm looking. This has got fulfilled. This has got fulfilled. This got fulfilled. This hasn't got fulfilled. So now we see on a 1 hour. What I'm seeing now. Let's go from here to here. I'm seeing the fair value gap here. So this is going to be something that I'm going to be looking for price to hit this upcoming week. So this trade is done. Now we at the supply. This 1-to-1 is done. Now this demand 5 minutes. That's done. Now structure is broken. Okay, cool. Now we up here. All right, cool. Now I'm waiting on my entry signal. I don't trade on Fridays normally. But this was around like 7. This was like at nighttime. Boom, here we go. 8 o'clock on the dot. This is where I want my candlestick break of the entry candlestick to come in. I had a reminder for here. I did put a reminder here. I put a reminder right here for this candle, this red candlestick. That's why I had my break of the candlestick entry. So I wanted it to go right here. As you can see, price shot up again. So I was like, okay, maybe we're like in a long-term trend, but I gotta remember this is a 1 hour supply zone. So what I'm doing now, like I said, I'm counter trend trading, y'all. I'm counter trend trading. As you can see, the 200 EMA was not respected this whole week. The hourly did not respect this trend. It did not respect it at all. So now I'm looking like, okay, bet. Like, how are we gonna play this move off now? So let's keep on going. Boom. I mean, y'all, textbook finish, bruh. Textbook finish. Textbook finish, dog. Price came back up to this zone, and look, I drew this zone right here because this is the fair value gap. This is where I should have put price at. So now, where do I got price going right now? And a lot of y'all may be like, well, how you gonna get in now? Okay, I'm gonna tell you how I'm going to get in and what I'm seeing myself get in. But let's go back. Let's go back and let's just see this play happen for itself right here. Y'all can let me know if y'all like this. I bought this so I could back test. So y'all just let me know. But yeah, as you can see, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Boom. 9 o'clock. This is the whole, 9:30 candle within an hour. So that's that 9:30 candle that just shot up, took liquidity. Oh my gosh. Why? Sorry, y'all. This is my first time doing replay mode. So bear with me. So as you can see, boom. Price came, shot down, bro. Shot down, man. filled in that exact same fair value gap. It helps for you to mark up price. It helps for you to mark up price while you are trading. If you see this big candlestick, just know it's going to get fulfilled. Just know it's going to get fulfilled. That's what you be like, okay, boom. I know sellers is going to come back in and try to grab all of this on a huge sell so we can continue to go up. So what I am looking for and how I'm going to trade this, I'm going to trade this from two different ways. Granted, and we can see if this is going to work. I'm going to trade this like this. This is going to be my demand zone on a H1. And this is going to be my supply zone on an H1. Now, so I can see we came up here. So this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a huge big push. This area, or let's just say this zone right here, there's some big whales that came in and broke this structure. We broke structure here. Whatever is over here is going to push price up. Whatever was up here is going to push price down. So this is what I'm looking at, and this is what I got going on. So now what I want to do, this is not a lot of pips. This is not a lot of moves. Well, actually it is. That's about 300. So you can catch it. You can catch this move, you're going to be eating. Now what you could do, since you know that this is on a higher time frame, you could get back in. So as you can see, we broke structure here. So now you can place another supply zone right above here. And I'm about to give y'all some sauce real quick. Supply zone here. And then look at this fair value gap that's attached to a supply zone. Just know that is gas for the market. That's gas for the market, bro. Let's go to M5. This is chart cleanliness to me, because this just makes it so much easier for me to mark up, because now I can just tell people like, oh yeah, bro, like just look at it. Like, I mean, like, okay, if y'all don't believe in fair value gaps, I'm about to prove my logic right here. Look at this candlestick. And I want to just also let y'all know, it's not going to get filled when y'all expect it. Just like that other one didn't get filled. But look at this right here. Look at these two FVGs, fair value gaps, man. Look at this. All right. So now we know that this fair value gap has to get fulfilled. So let's go with the next candlestick. Boom. Look at that. This small teeny fair value gap got filled. All right. But this huge wick came back in, and then the buyers came back in, grabbed some more people so to push price back down, and you're about to see that right now. Look at it. But look how it filled it. Price came back up, fulfilled it. But look how this came back in and closed it completely. So now you can remove it. And like I said, it's not going to get filled right then and there. Just wait. These two fair value gaps are going to get fulfilled by next week. I guarantee you. Guarantee. Okay, so now we're here. As you can see, the zone for the 1 hour is getting respected. We haven't broke above it. Now this fair value gap and a 5-minute supply and a FEG fair value gap is all linked together, bro. When I tell you that is a dominant buy, bro, that's a dominant buy. Like if you can get in for a buy right here, let's see what price is doing. Price is respecting it. Okay, so now we're here. So now there's a couple of plays, bro. There's a couple of plays. Now you're gonna be like, bro, where the plays at, bro? I don't see where the plays at, bro. Just wait. Just wait for price to come back up here. Price is gonna come back up here because look, we got a supply. We broke this structure. We got all this that needs to be fulfilled. We can get right here because look at this. This was another zone. If you wanted to scalp at like 2 o'clock, which is a little bit risky, but look, price came back into this supply zone, which is gonna probably get disrespected next week. Price came back in, retested, could have got it on a break of a candle right here. Let's go with a short tool. Boom, break of the candle entry right here. Stop loss above here. You could have went for a nice little 1-to-1. Ended off your week perfectly. Came in, break of the candle, boom, boom, boom. Matter of fact, if y'all can't see the break of the candle, let's go right here. This is a break of the candle entry. What we want to do, we want price to come back in and break that candle. So what we're gonna do is, boom. I don't really like that. I know some people that will bite off of that. This is an aggressive entry because we want a full candlestick to close above or below this price. That way we know that price is coming down. But you know, a lot of people like aggressive entries. I don't like to gamble with money like this. This would have been a solid break of the candle. We'd have got in as soon as this candlestick would have closed or would have pushed below here. As you can see, came back up. Boom. Touched. We hit our. Well, damn, that's a 1-to-8. Where's a 1-to-1? A 1-to-1 would have got hit completely. Came back down, 1-to-1 hit. You're done. You're done for the weekend. Price came back up, retested the zone one more time. And this is where we ended off at. So this is how you could have played that. Everything else. And the play for me is because this demand zone, this supply zone has already been touched. The next play for me is just to see if this is going to get respected. If price is going to do this. Go into a path. Come back down. Boom. News, touch this, then shoot back down here, and then we can take this up for a big buy. That's what I'm looking for. So we'll see what next week has for us. But as right about now, this is what I got for NQ. Moving on. Moving on to another play. Excuse me. This is another play that I was looking at this week. I had AU USD. I don't trade Forex as much as I want to. I'm just practicing my skill, practicing supply and demand. You know, if I do see a nice little setup, then I'll get in. But if not, I'm not trading it, bro. Like, I could care less about Forex. Futures is where it's at. I just like, you know, just not having my money somewhere else and getting like screwed over in the end. Because honestly, when I transferred my last funded, today to be exact, off my last Forex account, I had a certain amount. By the time I got it back, bro, they took at least half of that money that I made. So pretty much I didn't make nothing except for a 10 to 5% increase on my initial investment, because they had to do it through like crypto and everything. So I'm done with it, bro. I'm done with it, bro. I can't keep dealing with it. If I do go back to Forex, it'll probably be like Owanda or Forex.com, because I just can't keep doing these horrible brokers and everything else. Like, I just can't keep doing it. I need tighter spreads, bro. So yeah. So I might be switching old switcheroo. But yeah, so this is just like the only play that I saw in regards to AUD USD. This was my pair last year. This year, I don't know exactly what it's doing. It's like in a whole like robust funk that it just doesn't want to listen to me anymore. So I'm just like, okay, cool. Like if this is how you want to play it, I'm perfectly fine with that. So the exact same thing that I wanted to happen on Nas is the exact same thing that I wanted to do here. I wanted to come up to this supply zone that I have already marked out. As you can see, they filled the gap. This fair value gap was included as well. You saw we came back up. The next thing I know, I was like, okay, cool. We're about to, reverse and start selling back down, because if you look at the 4 hour, like the 4 hour right here, but if you've been looking at it, we've been selling since October. So that's why I was able to catch all them sales. But now I do believe that we're going to be going up. So I'm probably going to get in for a nice big buy. I'm probably going to get in for a nice big buy off of this zone. And the reason why is because if we can break, let's see, what was the last structure point? If we can break this structure point right here, I'm going to get in. If price can get me through this structure point, I'm going to get in for a huge, and I mean, this is going to be a humongous buy. I'm probably going to target this zone up here. This is probably what I'm going to target. I'm probably going to target this zone up here. I'm probably going to target this zone. I'm probably going to like get me like my Forex account. This is probably like how I'm going to be targeting like big zones. And I'm probably going to hold it, bro. I'm probably going to hold it. Because we can see it's making clean market structure, bro. Like no lower lows, no lower highs are like coming above each other, except for like when you got right here. That if you'd have been trailing your stop loss, you'd have been good. So I think I'm going to probably get in right here and take this all the way up. What y'all think? A 16, boy. Oh, brother. When I tell you, and matter of fact, let's just make it like, let's put it at the last structure point. Put it right here. That's a 6R return, bro. This right here could change your life. If you can catch this all the way up here, this right here could change your life with a decent lot size. But you got to think about swaps. You got to think about commissions. So if you got like a big lot size, bro, yeah, let's go ahead. So that's kind of like where my mindset is. Like for Forex, I kind of just want to like take it like on like a longer trend, like swing trading, by using supply and demand. Because if we can catch entries like this, bro, this will be perfect. The reason why is because another reason why is because if you look right here, like we can actually take this trade all the way up to this zone. So there's like a couple things that like we can do. So the reason why on the 1 minute is due to the fact is I came back up here, and as we can see, it got disrespected on all levels. So the 1 hour supply got disrespected because it came back up, broke through. So now this is going to be a breaker blocker. And a breaker blocker just means that you're just flipping it. Like this is not going to be a demand zone, because this was a failed supply. That's what breaker blocker means. It's a failed zone. So if this would have been a demand zone, this would have been a failed demand zone, because all you're doing is you saw where supply was at. You saw that it retested it up here, and actually you could have got you a nice little one-to-one position if you'd have came in here. Boom, stop loss here. Actually, no, if you'd have just came in right here, yep, you'd have got your little one-to-one. You would have got a one-to-one. Depending on where you put your stop loss. I know people that put their stop loss here. It just depends on you, and especially with the trade. But you was below the 200 EMA, so you could have just got in for a nice little one-to-one. But yeah, for a breaker blocker, it's just replacing the zone. So this was once a supply zone off of a 1 hour, and I was like, okay, it's gonna come back up. But once this candlestick at 2 a.m. closed above, and then we retested, this is when I got in and was like, okay, now we're going to slowly be reversing. So that's why I changed it to a breaker blocker on a higher time frame. Now, what I might do is for this upcoming week, I might just get rid of this, because this was my one-to-one. So I might just get in off of this candlestick entry right here. Place my stop loss below the last structure point, which would be like right here. Or, below the zone. I could have. But, I'm just looking out for like news and everything, because if price pulls back from here, that's like a 63 pip move. And I don't see price dipping back that far. Like, as far as like these news candles, like you'll probably get like 53, and like, so like you're not gonna get like no 63 point move. Like I have yet to see that. So most of the candlesticks for the news here, it's not gonna be that big. So if you put your stop loss here, you might gonna be re-entering. So I deleted this. I'm liking this zone because we're retesting it. So that means that now it's in a consolidation mode, because as you can see right here, we're just consolidating. So now once price is going to wick down here, accumulate some more people, and then it's going to shoot back up into the right direction. And if we can look at the daily, we see that the daily is still pushing down, but we see that the 4 hour is slowly changing. So if the 4 hour is changing, if the 1 hour is changing, and all of these other lower time frames are in sync, then we're going to probably be looking at a humongous buy, because price has just got to do what it got to do, bro. So I'm looking at for price to go all the way up here to this zone. And yeah, because I would say it's been selling. So I do believe that price could move on to another one. Now, the exact same thing happened right here. Just been killing the market. Honestly, just been eating. This is a old trading strategy. It works, but it wasn't as successful as supply and demand zone for me. As we can see right here, the exact same thing happened. We broke structure here. Price came back up, broke structure. I could have put a demand zone. I could have put a supply zone right here. As you can see, price came, wicked in, would have got it. 1 hour. Price came back, fumbling the bag. Put a break of the candle entry right here because we're coming out of the zone. Then could have got in, here, took it down for a nice little 1-to-1. Would have got out. So for the 1 hour, we was eating. I was like, okay, where can I see my zones? If you go to the 5 minutes, this is where I normally like look at my entries to get a precise entry. I did see on the 1 hour that we did have a fair value gap a 4 hour fair value gap. So sorry about that on the 1 hour. So I was looking at that, and I did see that, from here, price came back down, broke this structure. So I was like, okay, price is going to come back. And as you can see, just let's just look at it. So as we can see, price broke this structure point right here. Now, every time price breaks structure point, sometimes price has the tendencies to pull back into the supply zone or the demand zone and fulfill all of this stuff. So let's look at it. Price came, boom, 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 boom. Price wicked. As you can see, price wicked in here, filled in that 4 hour, zone, so we can remove that. And then price came back over here. Let me just make sure everything is right. So price came back in, fulfilled that zone. And now we can take that down here. As you can see, all of my take profits was hit on the lower time frame. All of it was hit. Boom. Got in here. Candlestick came back down, shot here, took take profit 1, take profit 2, came back in. You could have got in off of, let's see how you could have did this. Let's look at it together. So this is the last structure point. So price breaks that structure point? No, it didn't. So you wouldn't have got in. And well, you would have probably missed this whole move, honestly. I know a lot of people would have probably forced the entry right here. You could have did that. You could have forced the entry right here if you want and just waited. But look how price was just consolidating in his zone. And let's just say you was just like greedy, and you was like me when I first traded. You just needed to get in. And let's just say like you put your stop loss here above the zone. You want to get to like a 1-to-1. you would have not got it. It's best to start trading 8:30 going into the New York session, because whatever you mark out, just know that that's where it's going, bro. And that's exactly like, like what I saw. Like, I was just like, okay, we are in that zone. I was like, okay, price was breaking down. So I was like, okay, all right, let's just keep on going. Like, we're selling on higher time frames. The 200 EMA is pushing down, and now we're slowly about to sell. So I'm just like, and then the reason why I put this key level, this weekly key level, is because this is where we was holding off at for a long time. Touch here, touch here. January we came back down, but we shot back up, got into another daily, kept building up price. But once I saw this, I was like, bro, I might as well just take it down here. So this is where price is going. Like, that's exactly where I got price going. But for now, just looking at more deals. I mean, more not deals, but more break of the structure. So right here, I'm just waiting for a nice huge candlestick come. So once the candlestick come and blast past this area, that's exactly what I'm going to look for. As you can see right up here in this, I got my fair value gaps for the 1 hour, the 5 minutes, so on and so forth. And if you don't, you don't necessarily have to do this. I just like to do it because I don't want to depend on an indicator as much. And the reason why is because I just like for my charts to be, like as crystal clear as possible. But I like to depend on the indicator as much. But if you do want to add an indicator, you can add the fair value gaps by Archie 1991. And what this is going to do, it's going to show you all of the fair value gaps, like in that zone right here. So like, as you can see, like this was a fair value gap. This was a fair value gap. No fair value gaps over here. Like, you can see right here, this is a fair value gap. It's highlighted. This is a fair value gap. You see how these are highlighted? How I got mine. So if you want to use an indicator, you can. I'm just like trying to train my eyes. I'm just trying to go strictly naked trader this upcoming year. So that's exactly like what I got going on. Yeah. The exact same thing for this one. Man, I got in at 8 o'clock, bro. Your USD was like, oh my God, it was just like money, bro. Like, I got in here. Once I saw that we broke structure here, I was like, okay, like, let me go ahead and get in. But as you can see, I missed out on this trade. It was at like 1 a.m. in the morning. I missed out on this trade because I was like, man, we're coming up to this 4-hour supply zone. This is where the market makers want to go. You can see price did exactly just that. Price came, shot up, because I saw this at like, what time was that? Like at 4 p.m. I marked this up once, and I was like, I'm waiting for price to come back in this zone. I thought price was going to hit this zone, but as soon as it came, as you can see, price wigged back into this zone, shot back up. Price broke structure, retested that zone again, and shot back up. Price broke structure here. Now, this is a demand zone. Now, if you can look right here, you can see we're in the demand zone. You can see where the halt is. This right here is where we stopped at because of this demand zone. So now, because this zone broke this structure and that structure, but we mainly broke this structure. So now this is a demand zone off of the 1 hour. This is a demand. We're counter trend trading. If price is below the 200 EMA, write this down. You're in supply. If price is above the 200 EMA, you're in demand. Right now, we're in supply. Supply zones. We're in a demand zones in a supply area. So we're counter trend trading. I don't normally like to do this, but if I see a good play, I'm going to do this. Look at how price came and stopped right here. Like, price is going to tell you exactly what it is doing. So what I want y'all to do, is to look left. Just look left, bro. Price will tell you exactly where it's going to go. If price break this structure, these are where my take profits are going to be. Here and here. This is where I want price to go. And as you can see, this is where I put it at, right there. This is exactly where I want price to come to. I could put price right here, but no, I want price to come back down here. So these are my 3 levels that I want. So what I want to do is, and let's just say you'd have missed out on this entry, what I want price to do, give me a candlestick closure here, retest. This is where I'm going to enter, and this is where I'm going to take price. Come here, retest. This is where I'm going to take price. That's it. Textbook finish. That is the play for today. I mean, for next week. That's what I'm looking at. Like I said, once this breaks, what we're going to do, what did I say? This is going to turn into a breaker blocker. Due to the fact is, price has broke this area, retested, and came back down to our first TP. Price come down, you start trailing your stop loss a little bit. Boom, 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 you're done. Leave a runner. You're good to go, baby. So that's what I'm looking at for next week. Let's see, USD CAD. No, probably nothing so far. Let's see. Yeah, we haven't broke anything. We're like literally at like a nice little, double bottom. So price hasn't broke anything. Now this right here is what I'm talking about. Look at this. I got finessed out of my move. So I had price come back down. Saw price come back down. I was like, okay, bet prices come back down. Price broke. Now we at a breaker. This was a demand zone. But look, and also, like I've been telling y'all this whole video, a fair value gap here, fair value gap here, fair value gap here. What did price do? Price came back in, retested this fair value zone, and I missed this because it was a 1 a.m. entry. That's crazy. 2 entries off of GBP and USD CAD. GBP and Euro CAD. USD. Euro USD has all happened at 1 a.m. Came back in, retested the zone. Nice little break of the structure. It had a nice little 2 to the R. And the reason why I got this is because I was looking at price up here. That's why I was targeting. When I marked it back up, I was like, okay, price would have came back in. I'd have got in. You can take trades off of fair value. Just make sure you put make sure you put your stop loss below it. So you can take it off of there. It's just honestly what type of trader you are. I had to get comfortable with it. I normally like to just see a fair value gap and a demand zone come into play, and then that's like normally like how I'm taking it right now. But as you can see right here, I got the market handing me something that I did not want it to hand me. Was a BTA belt to ass. So I saw that price came. Once I saw this break, I said, okay, we're going into a breaker blocker now. I explained this. So these fair value gaps, all of them got fulfilled. All these fair value gaps got fulfilled. As y'all can see, price came back down, fulfill this. Now we had another FVG zone right here. And it's just where like you got to understand exactly like what type of trader you are, bro. You want to be a counter trend trader because you could have took this zone right here and made some money. You could have, but you would have got stopped out with this big, huge wick candlestick. So, you could have waited. You could have got you a nice little 1-to-1. And matter of fact, let's see how this candlestick opened up. Let's see how this opened up. Let's see. Okay, so it showed, so price just shot up, but shot right back down. Okay, so you would have got stopped out regardless, but you would have been filling fair value gaps. You would have been fulfilling fair value gaps. So you would have been liquidity, pretty much. If you would have took this, you would have been liquidity. But it's an inverse, so like you're trading against it. This would have been bad, but you could have known that price is going to come up here and take this fair value gap. Let's see. So this breaker blocker, I thought it was going to come back down. As you can see, I did have it here for a nice little retest. Let's go to the 5-minute time frame. Let me show you exactly what I was looking at. So a 5-minute time frame, what I was waiting for price to pull back in his zone. Let's go a little bit deeper. Let's dive into it clearly. As you can see, this trade did not happen. I lost. We came back in. This is where I was like, okay, cool. We got a nice little rejection. This is where I want my candlestick entry to break. And this was, let's see what a 1-to-1 would have been right here. Stop loss above there. This is what I was looking for. I was like, okay, dang, breaker blocker has happened. Next thing you know, price came, told me to stick it where the sun don't shine, and then it shot right back up. And then this came back into a area. This came back into a zone that I was like, okay, cool. But what I should have been looking at, and that's why I stopped trading this, is because price is fiddling above this fair value gap. It's here, it's here, it's here. So this is not making me like want to dive into this as much. It's not making me like a dog where you give it a fresh bone. It's not making me, it's not attractive to me like an ugly girl. Like this is just not attractive. So I'm just like, all right, move on to the next. We went to future, or with S4X, we went to futures. ES didn't really trade it this week. You know, it didn't do, even if I wanted it to come up here, it didn't. I mean, oh shit, did it come up there? Let's see. Nope, didn't come up there. But you know, it had that big selling point. So ES, you know, like it's a cool little trade. You know, Nasdaq, you already know that's my baby. Gold didn't trade it much this week, but as you can see, our fair value gap got hit, and then we took off. Didn't trade that this week. Didn't trade no gold. Didn't trade no oil. Let's see. Didn't trade this because it was just in the zone. Could have traded this, just didn't look at it. Didn't look at neither of these except for this. This is like the only play off of futures that I was looking at. Crypto, nothing. Yeah, so that's about it. Stocks, you know, everything else. But yeah, bro. These are the plays that I'm looking at for next week. Is we're gonna be looking at AU for a nice little humongous buy. We're gonna be looking at USD CAD. I mean, not USD CAD. I'm sorry. I missed that pair. Excuse me, I missed that pair. Let me see. So we're here. Price came. No, not really feeling it. Once I saw this, man, I was like, bruh, it's funny. I can't wait for next week. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. If you have any questions or concerns, please, you know, comment them down below. But next week is going to be a great week. We got 2 plays. Take time out to study. Take time out to give thanks to everybody. Give thanks to yourself. You made it through another trading week. If you didn't blow your account, congratulations. But yeah, take time and do everything. So with that being said, love you guys. Can see y'all in the next video. Peace.